Right, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. All right, so based on my promise last week, I'm going to tell you about the curiosity about things that you've been put on the Google form, and most of you started asked the questions about the difference between the consolidated cash flow statement by using direct method and also indirect method. So let's start it. Bismillah. Right, so this is the research statement that nearly all major companies use indirect method, and critics have argued that indirect method is less confusing and more useful. So based on the statement, sorry, I can't stop the slide. Probably just put this one like this before. All right, so based on the statement, it means that we can state that majority of the company using the indirect method, but in fact, there is kind of, probably easiness by using the direct method. So let's have a look at this one. So the only section affected by the difference between direct and indirect methods is actually approach in operating activities. So I'm pretty sure that you guys already know that there is a three cash flow is actually divided into the cash flow from operating activities, investing activities, and financing activities, right? So actually the specific and the only differences between direct and indirect method is on the operating activity section. Okay. All right. So what makes a difference? So we're going to have a look. So actually the example has been stated on the book, but they're not clearly stated that this is the direct, this is the indirect method. So under indirect approach, the operating activity section start with the net income and then derive cash provided by operating activities and adjust all the items, effective cash and net income differently. So if you can check the book, right? So if in under direct method, the operating activity section of the segment show the actual cash flow. So let me just move to textbook. Let me just pause for a minute. All right, this book had also been stated that the figure 10.2 illustrate the PLS consolidated income statement cash flow. Yeah, the segment above, and in figure 10.3, figure 10.3 is actually show a worksheet preparation consolidated cash flow by using direct method, and this one is actually the information under indirect approach. So in the figure 10.2, the operating activities section start with that income, right, and derive the cash provided by operating activities, and then they adjust all the affecting cash and net income differently under the consolidated income itself, right? So this one. So for the very beginning, the difference is actually in operating activity section, right, between direct and indirect method. So let's have a look at this one. This is the indirect one. When started with the net income, and after that there is a changing in operating assets and liabilities. After getting, and after that, get the net cash provided by operating activities. And let's have a look. If it's focusing on the direct method, so I think I found it on the book. So for example, like this. So there is information stated that a cash received from customer 650,000 rupiah, cash paid to supplier 510,000 rupiah, right? So we can see that this information is clearly stated, right? So there is a clearer picture of the cash flow related to operation, right? Rather than the indirect approach. This is stated also in here. So yeah, you probably it's kind of have a difficulty to look at it, but has been all of this information has been explained here. Okay, so this is the example for the direct method. All right, so I think we found it in the figure 10.3. So this one, 10.2. Where is the figure 10.3 then? Because I have it from my book. Figure 10.3. Oh, we don't have it in here. I just realized, but I'm going to show you probably the another the edition before this one. I'm going to give it to you because I have it in my book, the example of consolidated statement of cash flow by using that method. So yeah, I can now realize why. Of this one, I think this is a figure. No, this is a 10.1. No, yeah. So in under the consolidated statement cash flow indirect method, so there is additional information stated that I think this one. Right? Yeah, sorry, this one. This is a figure 10.3. Sorry, because in my book is stated on the top of the table. So sorry about that. So this is actually the worksheet for PLS product and subsidiary consolidated statement cash flow by using direct method. So you can look at the difference by look at this to both of the form of the consolidated cash flow. At this part, you can see that the cash flow for operating activities, cash received from the customer and cash paid to the suppliers, right? So this is the main differences. Well, what we have in indirect method. So the indirect method started from stating the net income, right? So consolidated net income, and after that derive cash provided by operating activities. Okay, so after that, there is an adjusting related to the what are the items that have factoring cash and also net income differently. Okay. So if you can find in the book, it's on pages 107 and also on 108 for the figure 10.3. So yeah, that's actually the two difference between direct method and indirect method. So let me just go back to the slide. I think, yeah. So the main difference is actually the only cash flow related to the operation itself. Okay, so that was, I'm going to show you a slide for the last one. Okay, this one. Yeah. Okay. Oh my God, it's just disappeared fastly, so fast. And yeah, I actually don't have a PPT for this one, but so it should be there is more information coming after the slide. And yeah, but I think I'm just yeah, I just show you what the difference itself between the direct and indirect approach. So what sort of a specific difference, right? So thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.